Hello students, welcome to Nagesh Karasgi Orchid School channel. Myself Priya teacher, and today I am going to teach you science subject for class 7. Children, we see there are different kinds of people. All they are different from each other. So, they are different by their habits or they are different by their physics. So, some people are healthy and some are not. So, can you tell me why they look physically different? Okay, very good. Because of their nutrition. So, you learn that because of their nutrition, so many people cannot look similar to each other. So, one more thing, we learned that all living organisms need energy to perform their day-to-day activities, and this energy they are getting from food and they are using that energy food as a fuel. Okay. So, can you tell me, do plants also need energy? Okay, very good. So, as we say that all living organisms need energy, so because of that also plants also need energy. So, in today's lesson we are going to learn first chapter, nutrition in plants. Okay. So, in this chapter we are going to learn about concept of nutrition and which modes of nutrition are there in plants, and also why these nutrition modes are important for the plants. Okay. So, let us start with concept of nutrition. So, we will see what is the definition of nutrition or what is mean by nutrition. So, what is mean by nutrition? So, nutrition is the mode, listen carefully, I am going to tell you definition of nutrition. So, you have to concentrate. So, nutrition, it means the mode of taking food by living organism and utilization of that food for growth and development and repair of our body. So, that is called as a nutrition. So, I am not going to write here definition of nutrition, it is given in your textbook. Okay. So, if you want, then I will repeat it right now, that mode of nutrition, definition of nutrition is that mode of taking food by the living organisms and utilization of that food for growth, development and repair of body. Okay. So, this is called as a nutrition. So, there are two types of nutrition. So, first type, it is a autotrophic mode of nutrition. And second type, it is a heterotrophic mode of nutrition. What is mean by autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition? I will tell you definition of these two concepts. So, first we will see autotrophic mode of nutrition. So, auto, it means self, and troph, it means nutrition. Or also it can be food. So, in autotrophic nutrition, auto it means self and troph it means nutrition. So, what is mean by this autotrophic nutrition? That means the mode of nutrition in which organisms prepare their food by their own, and this is called as a autotrophic nutrition, and these organisms are called as autotroph. Okay. And then second one, heterotrophic nutrition. So, what is mean by hetero? It is other. heterotroph, it means again nutrition or food. So here we can see hetero, it means other, and troph, it means nutrition or food. So what is meant by heterotrophic nutrition here? So mode of nutrition in which organisms cannot prepare their own food and they are dependent on other living organisms for food, and this type of nutrition, it is called as a heterotrophic nutrition, and these types of living organisms are called as heterotroph. So have you got this? Have you understood? I think you all understood these two concepts. So let us start with our first concept, autotrophic nutrition, in detail. So I told you definition of autotrophic nutrition, and I told you, we learned in previous class that there are some living organisms which can prepare their own food. So can you tell me which living organisms can prepare their own food? Very good, correct. So plants can prepare their own food. So that is why they are called as a autotrophs. So plants, they can prepare their own food because and that is why they can perform this autotrophic nutrition mode. So when they are preparing their food, in which form they store that food? Correct. So in the form of starch, plants prepare their food and store their food in themselves. So we learn that food which is prepared by plants, it is called as a starch. So it is also known as glucose, and this glucose is converted into starch and also into protein and fats. Okay. So let us learn. So we know that by the photosynthesis, plants can prepare their own food. So photosynthesis process is very important here. In autotrophic nutrition in plants, photosynthesis process is very important here, because by this process only plants can prepare their own food. So there are some raw material which plants need to perform this photosynthesis process. So which raw materials are there by which they can perform this photosynthesis process? So there are 4 raw materials. So which 4 raw materials? First one, it is carbon dioxide, and also that carbon dioxide we can write like a CO2. Then second one, it is a water. Third one, it is chlorophyll. And fourth one, this is not a raw material, but it is the important component or important factor which is necessary for photosynthesis. So it is sunlight. So these are CO2, carbon dioxide, water and chlorophyll. These are the raw materials, and sunlight is a factor which is important for the process of photosynthesis. So also we can write here important factors for photosynthesis are CO2, water, chlorophyll and sunlight. So how they are getting these 4 components or 4 factors from atmosphere? So let us know one by one. First it is CO2. So CO2, it is absorbed by plant through leaves. and leaves are absorbing this CO2 from air. Second one, water. So, water, it is absorbed by the roots. Water is absorbed by roots, which they are getting from soil or ground. Third one, chlorophyll. Chlorophyll, that is present in leaves only. So, chlorophyll is present in leaves, but where that is present, it is called as a chloroplast. So, first I will write here leaves. And in leaves, in chloroplast, chlorophyll is present. And this sunlight, we know from where plants are getting sunlight, from sun. So, I will show you here a video and I will explain you this process.
Autotrophic nutrition in plants. In this module, you will learn about autotrophic nutrition in plants.
See, in this video, there is a structure of, or it is a picture of plant, and also root structure is shown there, and leaf structure is also shown there. So, what happens? So, there are roots, leaves, and from these leaves I told you which component they can absorb. So, water they can absorb by the roots. So, in roots there are vessel like structure in plant, and through this vessel like structure they can transport this whatever that water is absorbed by the root to the leaves. And then here it is a leaf structure. From leaf there it is a presence of stomata. So, small spores are there at the downside of leaf. So, at the downside of leaf, it means that structure of leaf which is towards the ground, and the structure of leaf which is towards the sky, it is called as the upper part, and the down part it is which towards the ground. So, at the downside of leaf there are some pores are there, or structure of pores are there, which is called as a stomata, and from this stomata that carbon dioxide is absorbed. So, that is the function of, that is the only function of these stomatas. So, stomata is performing the absorption or the taking in and release of some gases from the plant. So, that is the only function of these stomata. So, that these stomatas are present on the downside of leaf. Then third one I told you that chlorophyll. So, chlorophyll it is already present is in their leaves.
Autotrophs are organisms which make their own food in the presence of sunlight through a process known as photosynthesis. The process of photosynthesis occurs in special organelles called chloroplasts present in the leaves. Chloroplasts contain green.
See, here the internal structure of leaf is shown here in this diagram, and you can see there are many structures of chloroplast. These are nothing but chloroplast, and also these are structure of stomata. So, upper side of the leaf, this is a structure of chloroplast. See, where my arrow is there, no? So, these structures are nothing but chloroplast, which are situated on the upper side of leaf, and here at the downside of leaf, stomata structures we can find there. So, these are nothing but the structure of stomata. So, what happens in this chloroplast? What is there? I told you chlorophyll is there.
Pigment called chlorophyll that helps in trapping sunlight.
So, here in chloroplast, chlorophyll is present, and because of that chlorophyll, what happens? Plants can absorb sunlight from the sun. So, what is the function of chlorophyll? Chlorophyll absorbs sunlight from the sun, which is very helpful for the process of photosynthesis.
Wondering what is photosynthesis? Well, the process of preparing food using carbon dioxide and water in the presence of chlorophyll and light is known as photosynthesis.
See, by this diagram, what is the message for us? That there is a definition of photosynthesis. It is explained by this diagram. So how we can explain that definition? So how we can know that definition of photosynthesis? So see, so water is there, carbon dioxide is there, oxygen is there. So I will write that definition of photosynthesis here on board. Okay, so I will write that definition on board here. See, what is shown there? So photosynthesis is a process in which with the help of carbon dioxide, water, food is prepared in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. So see, I wrote here definition of photosynthesis. By that picture we can say, with the help of carbon dioxide, water, that making of food in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. That process, it is called as a photosynthesis. Okay. So here it is nothing but preparation of food. So process of preparation of food, it is called as a photosynthesis. But in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, but which living organisms we are talking about here? So plants. So by the plants. So this photosynthesis process also we can write here like in the form of reaction. So when that there is a process of making of food, how many molecules of carbon dioxide oxide are needed, how many molecules of water is needed there. So that is explained here in a reaction. So I am going to write that reaction here. So 6 CO2 plus 12 H2O. It means how many molecules are needed there? 6 molecules of carbon dioxide, then 12 molecules of water, and in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. It gives food. So food is known as a glucose. So what is the formula of glucose here? C6H12O6, and also water molecules and oxygen molecules are released after preparation of glucose or of making of food. So O2 is released in the form of gas in air. So that is why we are showing here arrow. So like this also we can present that meaning or the actual part of photosynthesis by this reaction. So I am going to repeat this: 6 molecules of carbon dioxide, plus 12 molecules of H2O in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, it gives 6 C6H12O6. What it means? Glucose. And here it is carbon dioxide, then these are water molecules, wait. Okay. Hope you understood this process, carbon dioxide. So, hope you understood this definition of photosynthesis and also this reaction of photosynthesis. So, next part, what is the significance of photosynthesis? Nutrition of plants or nutrition process in plants, and there are two modes of nutrition in plants also. First one it is autotrophic nutrition and second one it is heterotrophic nutrition. So, about heterotrophic nutrition we not discussed anything today, but only heterotrophic nutrition, about heterotrophic nutrition we not discussed anything, but autotrophic nutrition we learn here in detail. So, in autotrophic nutrition I told you that photosynthesis process is very important, which is a helping for preparation of food. Now, next part, so I am going to draw here structure of stomata. So, I told you by these stomata carbon dioxide can be absorbed by the leaves. So, what type of structure these stomata are having? So, in this video only I told you at the lower side of leaf there are stomata situated, but how they actually look like? So, here I can draw a structure of stomata. So, I am going to draw here a rough structure of stomata. So, stomata are so very small structure of stomata I am showing here you. So, this is nothing but the guard cell. This is also called as a guard cell. So, here we can see the structure of stomata and these are the guard cell and also some vacuoles are also there, and this is opening of stoma. These are the stoma. So, here we can see this structure which is open here, and this type of cells, the guard cells which are around there to the stoma, they are turgid. So, what it means turgid? They can also contract and also relax. That it means they are helping this stoma to open their opening and also to close. So while they are going to relax, they will be closed, and while they are going to contract, that time they are going to open. So what happens at the time of contraction and relaxation? So that absorption of CO2 occurs here through this stoma. So while they are opening, that carbon dioxide getting inside to the leaves, and while they are not open, that it means they cannot allow to enter any gases, and also they cannot allow to release any gases from themselves or from the leaves. So this is the structure of stoma or stomata, we can say. So this structure, it is already given in your textbook. You can see that structure, and you can check whatever I told you here in this part. Now next part. So all you are thinking that only green colored leaves can perform photosynthesis process, or also you saw that there are different colors of leaves around yourself. So there are brown colored leaves are also there, then purple colored leaves are also there, or any other colored leaves are also there in plants. So do they can also perform this photosynthesis process or not? Can you tell me what I am asking? Have you got it? So see, learn, so one more time I am going to repeat this, which leaves are in green color, they can perform photosynthesis process. But tell me, leaves which are brown in color or purple in color, can they also perform photosynthesis process or not? So some of you said, say that yes or it is no, but here answer it is yes. So those plants which are green in color and also brown in color, purple in color, or any of other color, if they are having chlorophyll in themselves, then they can perform photosynthesis process. And also those parts which are green in color in plants. So I told you the leaves are factory of photosynthesis, but those parts which are green in color, they can also perform photosynthesis process. For example, stems which are green in color, and branches which are green in color, and also roots are also can perform photosynthesis process. So this is all done, students. I explain here concept of nutrition, then autotrophic nutrition, then also I explain here photosynthesis process which is performed by plants. So hope all you understood these concepts, and afterward we will discuss about this, about your doubts. Thank you.